How long do you think it would take to get a full inventory of a random item in Minecraft? Maybe a couple hours, maybe a day? Well, first we need to figure out what item we're gonna have. So we're spinning a wheel.
I'm scared.
Okay, but that's fine. You know, at least we can Google it and maybe see if anyone's done it before, how long it would take. Okay. Well, that doesn't sound promising, but maybe I could do it in under 10 hours. Instead of doing any research whatsoever, I decided to just jump into it and see how fast I would be.
Before we start, just make sure you selected a great witch hut location for the farm.
I think I'm gonna need a game plan. Now, that attempt had taken over 7 hours, but it just proved to me it was possible to do it in less than 10. So my new goal, 3.5 hours. In the last run, one of the things that took me a long time was getting gunpowder. Mainly because of the witch farm, but I realized if I just got looting 3 on a sword early, I could kill creepers the entire run and get tons of gunpowder. And that's exactly what I did. It was time to go mining for an anvil, and clearly I did not learn from last time. At only an hour in, I had the sword, and it was time for part 2, the fortress. I have no idea how to use the pie chart. I just had that up there so I look smart, but I found it. Not only would looting help with gunpowder, but also with pearl drops and blaze rods. Since it was turning day, I decided to head down to the cave I'd been in before to see if I could get any creepers for gunpowder. And in 10 minutes, I had half a stack of gunpowder, way faster than making a farm. But sugarcane, the other half of the recipe, let's just say I didn't have a whole lot. And in perfect timing, it had become night, giving me time for the sugarcane to grow and time to farm creepers. If I showed you all the creeper killing I did, this video would be hours long, and I don't want the whole thing to just be a montage, so I decided I'd pick up more gunpowder and sugarcane on the way to the stronghold. Unfortunately, all the terrain on the way to the stronghold was just super steep and kinda rugged, and I completely forgot about both objectives. Luckily, when I got to the area it was at, it was in a mesa and a desert, so it's just littered with sugarcane, and I didn't end up having a problem finding any. And I didn't realize it, but at this point I had way more sugarcane than I had gunpowder, so it just ended up being completely useless. And with only enough gunpowder to make about 2 or 3 stacks of rockets, I wasn't sure I'd have enough to get 37 elytras. If I had to go back to the overworld for not having enough rockets, there was no chance I was finishing in under 3.5 hours. I spent quite a while mining string in the library this time. Last time the end fight took me 40 minutes because I didn't have any beds or a bow. This time I came prepared with a little bit of both, but I had nowhere near enough beds to kill the dragon, so if something went south, it was going to be a while. Unfortunately, I spent a couple minutes trying to get up this really tall tower and didn't realize I'd already broken the crystal on top. Now, my only goal was to get through the gateway as fast as possible, find my first elytra, and get going. Even though our spawn wasn't the greatest, the hardest part was over, finding the first elytra. Now, the other 36 should be a piece of cake. I sort of figured out this way you can run on land with an elytra but not use any fireworks, and it's faster than sprinting, and I ended up using this at the start just to conserve fireworks. At almost 2.5 hours, I only had 4 elytras. I was behind on time. At this point, my elytra was getting a little close to breaking, so I killed every shulker I saw just to stay afloat. At this point, I was halfway there, and even though I was halfway there last time, I had a little bit more hope this time. The only thing I wasn't sure of was time. We had our first full shulker, only 9 elytras to go. As challenging as this was on the first attempt, the second attempt went so much smoother. In fact, I think it might be possible to do it in under 3 hours. And there were periods of 2,000 to 3,000 blocks where sometimes I wouldn't see a single end city at all, or just no end city ships. And honestly, I think my luck was pretty average, but if you'd like to see me attempt this again and maybe go for even sub 2.5 hours, then subscribe. This is it. As I approached the second to last end city ship, I could see the last one in the distance. That's it. I need to throw my own door. And time. Thinking back to the last attempt, 7.5 hours, dying halfway there. What Google told me, it would take 15 to 30 hours just to get here. And here I was, hoping I was there in under 3.5 hours.
Please be under. Please be under.
In under 3.5 hours, I had proven Google wrong.
That's insane.
If you made it this far, I just want to say thanks. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see more content like this. And this is only my second video, and I'm getting better as I go, so any feedback, appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you.